See, what y'all don't know, or y'all must have forgot, like Roy Jones, is I got videos with major heavy hitters, you heard? Tony Ayo, you heard? Conway. Watch my video with Jada Kiss, Swag on Pluto, Fire, MTV Action was on that, you heard? Watch my video with Jim Jones, MTV Action was on that. Y'all gotta do the history on the kid LAZ. You heard? If you need them rap collabs, get at me, bro. I got you for the low. Ear it?
Cyclops. Need to go back and forth, close the door, dim the light. Baby, I can't go no further. Take it off, I want you for the night.
Hey, yo, make sure y'all check this new joint from me and the bro King Taco. It's called Back and Forth. That's on Spotify and all streaming platforms. Type in King Taco and St. Laz. There's going to be a few blazers that pop up. Make sure you check out that Major St. Laz Bangers playlist where I got over 200 songs of some of my best material. You heard? But yo, I got the link to this video in the comment section. You heard? And the description of this video. Make sure you check that joint out. It's a blazer.
The pink houses was like just, that shit was like Desert Storm, nigga. That shit was like, when I moved out there, I moved into a bunch of fucking beef. Man, I moved into a war. It was war with them niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like them niggas, they had war with everybody, son. Nah, Killer Ben definitely was in Fort and Bear Hill. He went home though. When I got there, he was there for a little bit, and then he ended up going home. So I mean, you know the stories with Rakim and all. You know they was shutting that nigga out. You know what I'm saying? Niggas was sending them bags up there. That nigga was eating, you know. But a lot of shit he was running around doing. You know, I guess some Spanish niggas ain't appreciate that shit. But it was
got into some shit with them in Bear Hill.
Yeah, like they was, you know, they was doing anything on the diesel, like, you know what I'm saying, up in there. And you know, I guess he was trying to, you know what I'm saying, you know, run around, you know, do the things he liked to do too. And he kept bumping heads with them, and you know, shit got back. You know how shit spread in the jail. He was like, yo, them niggas was trying to green light the nigga, and they didn't give a fuck about Rakim and all this shit like that. So yeah, it was just crazy. But oh yeah, let me tell you a funny joint when I got to Bear Hill. And this one I went back up from my violation. I got to Bear Hill, and it was the Spanish nigga I knew too. What the fuck was his name? Some wild shit like that, but he kept running up on me, right? Because he knew me from the streets, and he was like, yo, Shem, yo, I'm gonna set you out. Yo, I know you just got up. I got you, bang, bang, bang. And I'm like, boy, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? But when somebody keep telling you that, like every time I seen him, mess hall, wherever, walking on a compound, whatever, the nigga like, yo, Shem, I got you. This nigga never gave me nothing, Laz. You feel me, son? So I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm like, I want something now, because I feel like, you know what I'm saying, you just shucking and jiving. You just, every time you see me, want to just let niggas know you know me or some funny shit. So I ain't impressed him, but I seen him and was like, yo, son, well, what's good? I heard you doing numbers in here. You know, you getting that doggy. Like, what's up, nigga? Set me out. What happened? So he was like, yo, I got you. Like probably another month or two went by of him doing the same shit. I got you, send boom, boom, boom. So niggas end up touching him in the yard, the Latin King niggas, because he was Latin King. So I swear to God, boy, when they popped on him, he ran straight up to me in the middle of the yard. Like, you know what I'm saying? I guess he was coming for some salvation or something. So I'm backing up on a nigga like, look, boy, like, get the fuck away from me, son, because, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't really even got nothing for you. Like, you should have been shutting niggas out on this end, and you probably would have had a lane. So the nigga, he leaking too, son. The nigga leaking, so he grabbing his face, you know what I'm saying? Like, he ran straight to me, and I'm backing up on a nigga. I know the nigga from the streets and all that, but I'm not jumping in the middle of all that, boy. And you ain't never said nothing out. So I guess when he ain't get no love from me or my mans, he just ran to the bubble, and he jumped, and they put him on a wagon. Remember? Now they put you on a wagon and take you to the infirmary and shit. So when he ride by on the wagon, I'm just looking at the nigga like, and he just shaking his head like, yo. So the Germans looking at me like, I'm like, nah, nigga, that ain't my man. That's y'all man, son. But they ended up touching him because he ain't want to set that food out. He ain't want to set that door. I was like, yo, this is crazy. And he wasn't really my man, but he was somebody that was fucking with my older brother. I got 2 older brothers. I got my brother Big Lynn, he from Bushwick too. Niggas know him, he get it on. And my brother Al Quan. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. But everybody thought me and Joker was brothers because, you know, we looked alike. And, you know, like I came up under him. Like he a Bushwick legend too. You know, Joker that gun used to go off. You know what I'm saying? Joker got a lot of bread. Fucked a lot of bitches, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. But, you know, yeah. It's just crazy, last word. Crazy.
Man.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna show you how I met Kasib and all them niggas, bro, cause they from Cyprus. Like, you know what I'm saying? We from caveman side. Like, I don't know if you know Pop from Project Heat. You watch the web series Project Heat. That's my co-defendant. That's my nigga.
I saw some of it, but what Pop is that though?
That's Pop, light skin Pop with the braids. That's
No, you're not talking about Pop that used to wear glasses.
Pop used to wear glasses.
He involved in Project Heat?
That's Project Heat. He run that shit. He the director.
You gotta show me him because I think if that's the bro, I was in Queensboro with son and came home from Queensboro with son. We came home the same time in 99. If he came home in 99, he was in Queensboro with us, man. The nigga Pop, he had the long braids, light skin with the glasses.
Yeah. That's a big fact. That's my co-defendant.
Yeah, that was my bro. That was my bro.
Yeah, that's him. He the director of Project Heat, all that shit.
I didn't know that shit.
All that shit. Yeah, it's him, Shasha, and my son KD. It's you know, it's 3 of them. But Pop is the front man for that shit. Yeah, nah, son. I got wild stories.
He in it too? He in the joint?
Yeah, he in the joint. He's storming the joint. Him and if you go to the first ones, you will see him. Like he in all of them shits, but you know the first ones that because they got New York, they got Baltimore, they got Atlanta.
What he writes the shit?
He writes the shit. He directs it. Pop is the guy, son. That's my boy. Yeah, Pop, my boy. That's my co-defendant.
I know, son. He probably don't remember me because we was only locked up for 2 months together in 99. But him, Black C from East New York. Me, him, Black C from East New York. Twin from motherfucking Edgemere. Light skin twin. We all was together in Queensboro, man. We all came home at the same time.
That's crazy. I was in Edgemere, and no, not Edgemere, Edgecombe, because I came on from Edgecombe. You talking about the work release? He was in Queens.
Yeah, see, you know they was sending niggas to Queensboro when you make your board and you had 60 days left. They was just sending you to Queensboro on the non-work release side, and niggas was just doing their last 2 months at Queensboro before they came home.
Oh, okay.
So it started being like they was just getting rid of niggas from up north that was taking up bed space that was going home anyway.
Like a hub or something,
yeah. So we just had to lay up in Queensboro for our last 60 days, which everybody loved because niggas wanted to be in New York.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Pop was there. Pop used to have the glasses. Yep, I know, son.
Nah, that's my son. He moved from Queens. He moved to Pink Houses around the same time I moved from Bushwick to Pink Houses. So then we all linked up like that. But oh man, son. That shit was the Pink Houses was like that shit was like Desert Storm, nigga. That shit was like when I moved out there, I moved into a bunch of fucking beef. Man, I moved into a war. It was war with them niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like them niggas, they had war with everybody, son. Like just one specific side. Like if niggas talk about PH and they don't say caveman side, y'all got chased around from us. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Except for God Tony, because God Tony is from TSS side, I guess. You know what I'm saying? He not from caveman, but you know he on the side with us. That's son on the side with us. But yeah, I'm gonna give you shit. We about to do a whole catalog with that. Yeah, the East New York is different, son. That shit different, bro. It's different. Like there's a lot of killers in Bushwick. There's a lot of getting money niggas in Bushwick. But when I moved to East New York, I learned, you know, how to rock niggas to sleep, nigga. Like how niggas will rock you, like just dirty Brownsville type tactics, son. So yeah, that shit was a big ass difference, my nigga.
moved out to pink houses, you moved out there knowing people, or you just moved out there not knowing nobody at all?
Nah, the crazy part, I ain't know nobody, but I had beef out there. I had like beef with some niggas that lived out there because we used to go to this little party in Bushwick. It used to be on it used to be on Schaefer between Bushwick and Broadway, and a lot of the East New York niggas used to come there too. It was like some Jamaican shit. So we bumped heads with a couple of niggas from pink houses, but I didn't know what side of the pink houses, you know what I'm saying? Because it's 4 sides. I didn't know what side that they moved, you know what I'm saying? When I moved, I didn't know what side, you know what I'm saying, the beef was on. But then when I got out there, I ended up clashing with the same niggas I met Tuquan and them. Tuquan is a legend out there too. Tuquan, Killer, and Morn. They 3 brothers out there, whatever. Everybody know Tuquan from pink houses and shit like that. But I start fucking with them niggas. And like I said, they was beefing with everybody. So I had went to like some party or something out there. And it was the niggas that threw the party was the same niggas that we used to bump heads with on Schaefer. And it got real crazy. But when they seen that I was with Two, and Two seen that I was beefing with them, it kind of was like, yo, damn, you just got out here. Like, yo, damn, you beefing niggas like that. You know niggas and niggas is ready to, you know what I'm saying? Like, so we kind of just, you know what I'm saying, got shit understood right there. Like, niggas knew I wasn't playing. But, nah, I ain't know nobody. Pop ain't know nobody. I met Pop, my son Jazz. We ain't know nobody, you know what I'm saying? We was beefing with, I ain't gonna say we was, but Uncle Murder and them side, they was beefing with Caveman side when I moved out there. So, you know what I'm saying? I moved out there with my brother's baby mother family, you know what I'm saying? Because the feds hit our crib, shut my shit down in Bushwick, and we kind of got fucked up, you know what I'm saying? I was young, still young, so we ended up moving to East New York. So yeah, that's how I got out there. I was kind of pushed out there, you know what I'm saying? And that shit just was a little different. But shout out to Tuquan too. Tuquan just came on from the feds. He did 25. He his case is crazy too. You might want to look into his shit too. His story is crazy. So he kind of was putting me on, you know what I'm saying? Like real nigga. Two is a stand-up dude, you know what I'm saying? Like real nigga shit. Two, Randy and them, they was going to Utica or something. And I think the feds hit them from, you know what I'm saying, both sides or whatever, you know, because he kind of went out early too. Yeah, but we was regulating pink houses, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we was really regulating that shit, my nigga. Like me and Pop used to just, you know, come outside sometimes. I just throw shots at the nigga because I wanted to see if he had it on him, and he'd throw shit back. Like we'd be playing like that, son. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was just crazy. Like, so we kind of known for that too. You know what I'm saying? On Caveman side, like niggas would tell you, you know what I'm saying? So it was always, you know what I'm saying? Nigga hammer game always was up because, you know, around that time, niggas was running back and forth down the south, you know what I'm saying, coming back and forth and shit like that. So I put a lot of niggas on from the pink houses. I put Two of them on the Monticello. I put Killer in them on the Monticello. Killer actually used to write, Killer had a deal through Def Jam. Killer got signed with I want to say Funk Flex in them around this time. He put a song out, but I'm not sure how good it did or whatever, but they ended up having him ghostwrite for Foxy Brown. So that shit, Brooklyn Anthem, if you go to that video, you will see the whole Caveman side out there and all that. Then you'll see Killer and them out there. Now, fast forward, Killer was beefing with Uncle Murder over some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, Murder said some shit on the radio about him, and, you know, they was going back and forth. That's a whole nother story. But, you know, all that shit is just like pink house history. But I put Killer in them on. Them niggas was just running around busting their hammers, you know what I'm saying, doing little stupid shit, getting a couple of, you know what I'm saying, dollars off of the crack money and shit like that. But I came and slowed all the violence down and just took niggas out of town. Like, yo, y'all niggas come with me to the Monticello, New York, and you know what I'm saying, we gonna churn up, you ain't gotta shoot nobody, we just gonna get this bread. So I ended up catching my case out there, you know what I'm saying? And they had me for all type of bodies. Niggas snitched on me, like the whole town told on me. One nigga put some work in, and then I guess he thought because I had a bigger name up there, he could blame, you know, the cases on me. And, you know, that's how I ended up, you know, they ended up taking me down. But I ended up beating, you know what I'm saying, most of that shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what it was for them niggas in the pink house. You know, so I put a lot of them niggas on. You know what I'm saying? Because they was beefing. They had mad heart, but when I moved, niggas ain't really had no hammers. So I'm like, y'all niggas going to war with Cyphers, y'all going to war with, you know what I'm saying, Marcy, whoever, but y'all niggas ain't really had no hammers around this time. So that was my way in. I'm like, all right, you know what I'm saying, I'm getting shit from Joker and them and, you know, whoever, and I'm just blessing the peas, you know what I'm saying, and taking niggas out to get money and shit like that. But yeah, that was the situation as far as the pink houses and shit like that.
How old was you said when you moved out there?
I had to be shit, I wasn't even 18 yet, man. I had to be probably 17 at the most. You know what I'm saying? 16, 17. So yeah, you know, I had the best of both worlds, because now I'm bringing niggas from East New York to Bushwick, and we still getting money out there. And we regulating the blocks on Bushwick. I ain't gonna say Bushwick was like, niggas thought Bushwick was pussy back in the days. I don't know what the fuck they thought until you got caught up in a mix. But you know, it wasn't like the projects. You know what I'm saying? It was, you could get busy and you could hit the back blocks and niggas will never know you out there. You know what I'm saying? And the P's, we only had one store. You know what I'm saying? Out of the whole projects, and all of the sides went to that same store. So we'd be rocking out broad daylight type shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I was like 17. I was like probably 16 going on 17 when I moved out there. Yep. And I met like I was talking about Neftali earlier. I met Neftali out there too. Neff is a real nigga too. You gotta get Neff's story. Neff got shot in his ear like back in the days, and then like his whole side is paralyzed. So when he was moving around, even up north, we was in Green, like he used to just go around with his little hoodie on, and you know what I'm saying? You think he about to bust a move just on how he walking, how he spinning the yard, but Neff just got an ill walk to him. He got like an ill bob to him. So, and he the Grim Reaper, son. Like he was putting in work. You know, he was with them 18 niggas. So yeah, shout out to Neff. It was a couple of other good dudes I met. You know what I'm saying? My son Low. Everybody really I locked in with was from Caveman side. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, if niggas do their homework on PH, you know, you niggas know what Caveman side is about. You know what I'm saying? So even then when you see Project Heat, you'll see Pop and them is beefing with 7A side, which is that's Uncle Murder and them side, and then you got TSS side. That's where the mall used to be at. TSS Mall used to be over there. I think it's a movie theater or something. And I don't know. I forgot the other side, but yeah, it's 4 sides to that shit. Yeah, but yeah, that shit was different, lads. It was different out there. It was different out there around that time, you know. Because I mean, Pig and them was out there, but when I got out there, Pig and them, I think Pig just got killed. Probably like, you know what I'm saying, probably a few summers before I got out there. But I heard Kasim talk about Pig, you know, that was their man, you know. But Pig used to be in pink houses too. I knew Pig sister Sharon, shout out to Sharon, and my son Steve, and you know what I'm saying, shit like that. But Pig is a legend out there too. So, you know, I just follow, you know, I'm the type of nigga, like, I fuck with the top niggas. No matter where I go, what I do, like, I always, not so much crash with the top niggas or bump heads, but even if it's just a meeting of the minds, like, I'm in tune with, you know, a lot of the big dudes, you know what I'm saying, versus, you know, the middlemans or the little niggas and shit like that. So, you know, that's why it was a nothing for me to get cool with LD and them, and you know, them type of things. And they was already millionaires, you know what I'm saying? Like Marv and them from Bush, they was millionaires already. Like Mark the Spark, you know what I'm saying? Like, so all these dudes, they already had it. You know, they just took a liking to me, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Crazy. Man, I appreciate the love too, man, and just keep doing what you're doing. You definitely top tier, man. You understand me? Like, you got it. Like, you hitting home runs for niggas. That's why when I see, you know what I'm saying, certain little competitive things come your way, I like how you handle it, and just know, like, you know, we niggas in the streets is rooting for you. Niggas in the jails is rooting for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, you know, I'd rather have a dude that been in the fire, you know what I'm saying, talk about how it is to get burnt, than, you know what I'm saying, a nigga that stay in the water all day. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that.
Yeah, we putting out that real Brooklyn content, man. We paying homage to the borough, man. That's what we doing with a lot of these stories. We paying real homage to the borough and the history of the borough, man, because, you know,
Brooklyn
Yes, sir.
is getting gentrified, and you feel me? It's a lot of people. It's a new age now, so a lot of these young people don't know the neighborhoods that they live in, the history behind those neighborhoods, and what was going on. And we also, tell these stories to correct mistakes, because a lot of this shit that we came up idolizing and looking up to, that shit was toxic.
That's a big
shit was toxic. So it's like, we got to tell these stories to let these young motherfuckers know where shit ended up for these people.
That's a big fact. I'm gonna say it like this too, real quick, right? Like, I was talking to my wife, like, too, cause she be asking a lot of questions about the stories and stuff like that. And I tell her, like, for one thing, even with you, like, this is very therapeutic. So even to the listeners, right, you gotta understand something. If we telling you these stories and we getting them up off our chest, it's therapeutic for the listener as well as the person that's telling the story. So you know what I'm saying? You can
That's a
take it
huge
both
fact.
ways.
That's a huge fact. Listen, a lot of my therapy came from listening to people's stories, that for me telling my own stories and getting them off my chest, as well as listening to other people's stories who had it worse than me.
There you go.
You feel me? And and shit makes you sit your ass down and really listen and know and understand. It feel good when you know you ain't the only motherfucker that suffered through this shit and went through certain shit and lost shit like that. You feel me? You hear these stories, and these stories will live forever, man, because it's just human. It's just human stories, man. People had these same stories in the 30s and the 40s. They went through all this gangster shit. That shit ain't new. You feel what I'm saying? That shit ain't new. Niggas was having bangouts and shootouts in the 20s and 30s. Black motherfuckers. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you read that book, Down These Mean Streets. Like, that shit was, that nigga shot police in like the late 30s or the early 40s or something like that, and went up north to these same prisons that we talking about today. Like, you feel what I'm saying? So that shit just let you know that this cycle is something that been going on for a long time. So, like you said, this shit is therapeutic when you hear these stories and you get to tell these stories. It's getting. Sometimes a dude is telling me a story, bro, and I realize that what he really doing is getting some of this shit off his chest.
Hell yeah. The right way, though. You know what I'm saying? Instead of grabbing a blick and running outside, going crazy. You know what I'm saying? You get a chance to really, you know what I'm saying, match wits with people and just give them some of the insight, you know what I'm saying, that, you got the offer.
Yeah, because a lot of black motherfuckers and niggas from the hood and shit, we avoided, getting mental health treatment or actually sitting down with a therapist or a psychologist, or we avoided that because, we felt like those people really don't have our best interest in mind, and they really don't believe that, we ended up living a certain way or going through a certain path in life when we wasn't that. They believe that we was always that half the time, or you feel me, or they don't really believe our story. So a lot of us, we avoided that shit. Like, niggas was up north, they ask you all the time, you want to speak to a counselor, you want to speak to a psychologist, you could do that, and niggas be like, hell no, I'm good. You feel me? I don't trust them. I don't trust them people. Like, you feel what I'm saying? But some people probably was good to talk to, but in jail, niggas ain't trying to talk to you. Niggas look at you like a rat. You trying to talk to some civilian about some shit. You feel what I'm saying? So a lot of us ain't never really talked to nobody.
That's crazy.
A lot of us ain't never talked to nobody, bro. Niggas keep that shit boiled up and bottled up inside of them for 30, 40 years until that shit ends up a mental illness. Real mental illness, you feel me? So some of this talking on this channel, like, this shit is therapeutic, man. We ain't trying to get nobody jammed up. We ain't trying to jam ourselves. We just talking about shit that niggas need to get off their chest.
Hell yeah. And they giving out a lot of time, my nigga. Like, that's the crazy part. Like, the YG dudes, like, they don't know. Like, before you start poking your gun outside and you do something crazy, maybe you could get some knowledge from some of these stories, because some of the places where you're going to end up at, it ain't really what you want, bro. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of these dudes run outside, they don't got no compassion. They just, they want to air shit out, but it's a consequence for that shit. So that's why I like what you're doing, because we showing these dudes really the other side. Like, it's hell in them. I tell them, my wife be like, yo, how is that shit? I'm like, yo, that shit is hell. I said, when I went to Clinton, when I went in the yard in Clinton, bro, I was like, yo, this shit is hell, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? When I walked through Comstock and I heard them niggas beating, like the officers used to beat niggas half to death all night. You heard niggas screaming, they cracking niggas gates, and you hearing niggas hollering and screaming. You know what they doing. So I was like, yo, this shit is hell, bro. The illest shit, I ain't gonna hold you, bro. And this is no homo. This is nothing, no slander, nothing, bro. Like, the illest thing I witnessed that I knew I was in the wrong place is where I seen, well, I ain't see it, but I heard two regular dudes telling each other they love each other. Like they was packing one of them, they was packing one of the dudes up. He was getting packed up. He was going to another jail. And they was just telling each other they gonna miss each other and they love each other. And I was like, yo, this shit is crazy. So
what you mean? You mean like on some lover shit or
like on some lover shit, like some relationship? And you gotta understand, I'm young. I don't know nothing about gelling, bro. Like, cause you don't know until you get there. You can hear 10,000 stories, but when you get there, it's gonna be crazy. So yeah, that was one of the things that haunted me, son. I was like, yo, I gotta get the fuck out of here, bro. I heard one nigga yelling to the other nigga, I guess his lover or whatever, like how he gonna miss him, and I'm like, yo, and like, you know what I'm saying? I learned a lot too, because I wanted to say, shut the fuck up, nigga. Like, yo, but you can't even do that, son, because niggas, nigga might be in a full-fledged relationship with that nigga. Nigga stab you for that, son. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just crying. I'm like, yo, this shit is unbelievable. I gotta get the fuck out of here.
I done seen niggas. I done seen two dudes stab each other the fuck up over, you know what I mean, over one of them making fun of a dude that was messing with a boy, you feel me? Like he was saying shit about him, and eventually that shit came to a head and them niggas banged each other the fuck up right in the gym, you feel what I'm saying? And that shit was bloody. You feel what I'm saying? And it all was over. Matter of fact, it was really over the dude disrespected the dude that the dude was messing with. Like told him to get the fuck or smacked him or some shit like that.
Wow.
And that shit just got crazy.
I was fucking with my son, and he was thorough, or I thought he was thorough. We was in Bear Hill. And his name was Shy. Now I was in Bear Hill. I came home from Bear Hill, I believe in '96. I think I maxed out from Bear Hill. Yeah, I maxed out from Bear Hill. And hold on, my nigga. Then. Yeah, I came home from from Bear Hill in '96. But I was fucking with this dude named he was from Jersey. Now Queen Latifah and some nigga named Big Bub, they used to send some mad bread too. So he was a little thorough nigga in the joint, and he had little hands. Light skinned nigga from Jersey. Now the whole time I'm thinking, son, is like I'm working out with this nigga, all that, boy. Like I'm fucking with this nigga, son. But it was a little punk that used to come to the house where we was. I forgot what house I was in or whatever. But I was in there with and I had a little beef in there too. I'm gonna tell you that story too, probably another day. But I had beef with one of the niggas that killed Yusef Hawkins. I know you're familiar with who Yusef Hawkins is. You know what I'm saying? Most of the listeners probably be too. But one of the Italian niggas that killed Yusef Hawkins was in Bear Hill with us too. Some nigga named Teflon or whatever. I'm gonna tell you that's a whole nother story. But the dude from Jersey, and this is like all '96. So whoever was in '96, they knew. You know what I'm saying? They Bear Hill because you know he was cutting niggas too. He was banging niggas too. So I was in there with Bar too. Bar was in there with us too. Matter of fact, because I think niggas came from Clinton and he came through Bear Hill before he came home. But long story short, the nigga. One day I caught this nigga, and it's like the last day I never even said nothing to the nigga after that. I went to the yard. I think I was coming from a visit or something. I went to the yard and I seen him sitting in the middle of the fucking yard with this punk braiding his hair and shit. And I was like, yo, I lost all respect for the nigga, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I know he felt it, because like every time I looked at the nigga, I just was shaking my head like, yo, this shit is crazy to me, son. Like, You know what I'm saying? He had a little body or something too. He was going home. I think he had like a little 7.5 to 14 or something. You know what I'm saying? Little getting busy nigga too. Word. I was gonna hold him down too.
You mean he was getting his hair braided by the?
Getting his hair braided by the punk in the middle of the yard, boy. And I was like, nah. I wouldn't even. I stopped talking to the nigga, boy. I said that's it for my whole bid is. I'm not the rest of my bid. I'm not even fucking with this nigga. And he was like. You know how the bunk beds, you know how the beds is, the top and the bottom. I think he was like my bed, he was across from where I was at. Like his bunk was like probably 2 bunks down or something. And I was like, yo, this nigga, nah, I can't even fuck with you, boy. Like, but I guess, like you said, some niggas can't. If it's in you, it's gonna come out. Like you can't even hide that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So I guess he is like, fuck it, like. I'm fucking with this punk. But I'm like, son, you could go on a visit, nigga. Even your mom's will come braid your hair. Like, you can't give me no excuse about that, boy. Because I know niggas that'll I cut my shit bald just because that. Like, I don't nobody playing in my hair, son. Like, that's a whole nother monster. like, you moving crazy right there. But yeah, that shit fucked me up. I was like, damn, this nigga crazy, bro. Word, yup. Yeah. Ain't no excuse, son. You go, you wait for your bitch to come up on that VI on the dance floor, and you put that little 30 minutes, whatever, hour, whatever. Up north, you had mad time. It was always festivals. It was always shit going on where, you know what I'm saying? Your bitch could sit there for a few hours, you know, if you was that nigga. So, yeah, that's crazy. Nah, that ain't no excuse, man. I've seen a bunch of big niggas, too, just turn weak. Cold turn villain, turn victim at the end of the day. Like, nah, you know, that's what you like to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah. That shit crazy.
Yo, man, shout out to the bro Can Do 718. Shout out to Us Plus One. Shout out to the bro Popcorn, the bro 5. Shout out to the whole Williamsburg projects. You heard a few from Williamsburg projects out there. Get in them comments. Let me know what block you from. You heard? A few from Brooklyn out there. Leave some comments. Let me know what strip, what Ave, what block, what projects, what street, what boulevard. You out there rapping. You heard Z-Man Suicide Polo with the Ski Man. Make sure y'all check this video. This is the AI video for the new joint with me and Can Do. You heard? It's called The Hustle Never Stop. This is the AI video. But the real official video is in the works. By the time you see this, that even might be out there. You heard? So make sure you type in Can Do featuring Saint Laz, The Hustle Never Stop, on all streaming platforms and YouTube. Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in. These bars is back in action. You heard? Type my name in on Spotify and all streaming platforms. st.laz. Get that music. It's out there.